Hi, I'm Sabrina, and my TED Talk is Women and Their Weight is an Issue. Having a daughter is a beautiful experience. Watching their hair grow, playing pretend, and picking out the cutest outfits for them. No parent wants their daughter to be the one to succumb to an eating disorder. Though it might not seem it, at this stage of youth, the image of beauty is already on their minds, and the smallest deprecations do not slip by their tiny ears. They watch the way their moms put on makeup and listen to when their dads call them princesses. The picture books, the magazines, all of it, depicting an image of how women should look. It is our society, which is not likely to change in a day. 77% of adult women and 80% of teen girls complain about their appearance to someone at least once every month. These numbers are shocking, but when looking into the daily life of a girl or a woman, this idea can't be avoided. So much as a simple comment on their own weight can make a young girl question themselves. Where does an eating disorder even come from? 73% of mothers on a regular basis worry about their appearance, and 57% worry about how their own body image affects their children. Body image can go hand in hand with self-esteem. And when that's low, it leads to eating disorders, early sexual activity, substance use, and suicidal thoughts. Approximately 91% of women are unhappy with their bodies and strive to diet for 5% of women portrayed in the media. These percentages prove that this is the norm for women. It is so overwhelming, even a woman growing up in a perfectly healthy and happy household, being taught to love themselves, can still come to question their image due to the surroundings of every other woman self-deprecating. It is currently our normal when it doesn't have to be. I believe we can change the way women break one another down and instead work to bring each other up. I know myself as not to take things personally due to the household I grew up in, but I was not born that way. Every woman who comes across as having thick skin had to have gotten it from somewhere. Wherever that may be, it's important to never fall into a comfortable position and assume their appearance is not something that they think about. Women have to fight to love themselves, and it is a teeth-grinding, fist-clenching battle that cannot be equated to in a single essay. It can't continue to be this way. This idea of women's true beauty only became conscious in my mind about a month ago, when I had told my friend in a light-hearted manner that I didn't have a gag reflex and I couldn't get myself to throw up, no matter how many times I tried. She agreed, understood, and laughed along with me. We then went on to talk about getting lunch that weekend. It was then that I realized how unhealthy this is, and began to listen more to my peers and search for clarity. The level of severity differs for everyone, but I believe we can strive to eliminate the spectrum. Those who choose to believe it is not as significant of an issue these days, or does not affect every woman, are living in ignorance. Out of my friend group of 5, 3 of my best friends who have admitted to me that they have had or have an eating disorder, and those are just the ones outspoken most. The other 2 I've heard to talk about their weight or the way they look just in passing when they catch sight of their reflection in window shops. It is hard not to see it in others if you're looking. It's not hard. And once I started, I realized how truly unhealthy it all is. We need to look for those slight offhanded comments, the ones that slip right off our tongues so regularly we pay no notice to it. Those comments we need to take from our subconscious and make it conscious. It is like a powerful virus. They need to stop going unrecognized, gripped by the source and torn out of each woman it's occupying. Love your body, no matter what stage it's currently in. And that isn't to say never to exercise or care about yourself. I don't advocate for losing weight through throwing up your food or starving yourself. Do it the right way, and love your body throughout the journey. It seems like common sense, but in the mind of someone struggling with this issue, it takes a lot of strength to put it to action. Falling in love with yourself means falling out of love with who you thought you should be. I urge parents to take the development of a young girl very seriously. The slight comments of "I don't look good today," and "this makes me look weird," along with the ideas painted on pages of books they read, all should be regulated. taught to them that nothing makes a woman more beautiful than being herself, and even the slightest stereotypes of what physically make a beautiful woman should be scrapped and never hinted at in the household. Little girls aren't going to have to worry about getting bigger until it actually starts happening. It is so simple in a hormonal mind to assume that not looking thin anymore can mean that they're losing their beauty, along with their innocence from childhood. By eliminating these mindsets and instilling strong femininity, loving oneself is not far out of reach, and I believe that every woman should love themselves without having to fight the world to do so. If that is not possible, then women loving others, bringing them up instead of down, just as every other surrounding source wants us to do. Thank you.